doing much of the same stuff we're already doing, but just doing more of it doesn't bring you more success, and it certainly doesn't bring you more happiness.
Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of the Tiff and Tony Show. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode with Tiff and Tony. Tony, welcome. How are you doing today?
I am doing okay. There is a lot going on, and I'm working through all of the stuff, much like everyone is in life, right? There's a ton of stuff that we deal with.
Yep. And I am in a similar boat, some of the same things, some different things. So I also have a lot going on. And yeah, it just feels like a Monday. I think that's a good segue to our topic for today, which is finding your happy place. And we're not necessarily talking about finding like your theoretical, internal, emotional happy place. It's like a physical kind of place that we're talking about a little bit. So Denmark has been studied to confirm that it is a happy place to be and live and spend time. So I'm going to pass it over to Tony.
I listen to podcasts. I try and learn as I go, right? I'm a learner in motion, as it were. And I was listening to the Happiness Lab, which is a fantastic podcast. We'll link it in the notes below. And they've done one of the recent ones is this kind of find your happy place idea. This movement around being happy, and there's researchers out there that have done the research around the world and found that Denmark is one of the happiest countries on earth. And so they dug into it to figure out why. And the reason we're talking about this, right, was because last week you mentioned that you're just gonna knuckle down and get on and work through it and the grind and keep working and keep at it. And one of the things that we know is doing much of the same stuff we're already doing, but just doing more of it doesn't bring you more success, and it certainly doesn't bring you more happiness, right? So what can we learn from the Danes that we can bring into our life, right? And a lot of it is kind of what we talk about on this Tiff and Tony show, right? You don't have to work more. In fact, working less hours but more focused could bring you more results. Working less hours but focusing on the right stuff will bring you more results. Taking a nap, go figure, brings you better results, which we talked about. If you meet someone in the US, one of the first questions they'll say is, so what do you do? And you identify, I'm a nonprofit owner, I'm an accountant, I'm a lawyer, whatever it is, you identify with your role. Well, in Denmark, people are known for the play that they do, right? So it's Sven the skier, right? Tony would be the mountain biker, right? Because we're known for what we play. So they work less, they play more and are known for that. And they bring this sense of community to everything they do. There's a level of trust over there that's just phenomenal. So yeah, and they've got other places like that around the world. They're these blue spots. So blue spots around the world are the happiest places on earth. We could put our Tiff and Tony challenge out there to say, all right, find a blue spot on a map and go move there, right? That would suddenly Denmark would hate us because everyone is moving. That's not what this is about, right? This is about how do you find that happiness where you are. And I would say much of that challenge is along the veins of what Tiff and Tony show have been talking about all of the time, which is find out who you are on the inside, find out what drives you, find out that passion, find out the thing that brings you most life. And then, and this is the slight change for what I challenge with, then look for the community of those people and develop community around you of like-minded individuals. And actually in the Happiness Lab podcast that I listened to, that part, the second portion of that is, do you need to move to Denmark or any one of these blue spots, or can you find it where you are? And they give an example of someone in an inner city area turning a street on its head from being an abandoned street with few shops to a pop-up marketplace, and it bringing a sense of community to this street and this abandoned area. And he took it so far that he's actually set up his own nonprofit that he will actually provide people with these community pop-up kits, so you can be in your community and go, I want to do that in this particular street, this particular area, and then you revitalize it from the inside. So you're now not waiting for the government to do something. You are taking ownership of where you live, and you are making and creating your own happiness place where you are. And it all is around community.
So I'm going to make that like part B of our challenge, is for you to go out there and be a change maker in your community to start making and building the community that you want to see where you live.
Absolutely. I love that. Wouldn't it be wonderful? Wouldn't the world be a wonderful place if people actually did that?
Yep. Thank you so much.
And love that.
Yes.
Thank you.
We'll see everyone back here next week. Bye. Thank you so much for joining Tony and me in this week's episode of the Tiff and Tony Show. We hope you feel encouraged and motivated to keep growing with us. If you like what we do here at PureGame, one of the best ways you can support us is by liking and sharing this video with your friends on social media. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel using the button directly below this video on YouTube. And you can donate at our website, www.thepuregame.org. And with that, we'll see you right back here next week.